everybody, welcome to lesson 1 of our series Learning How to Read and Write in Tigrinya. Today's lesson is going to be on he. We're going to start with the he family just because it's the first on the list, okay? So this is the he and this is the he family, okay? Next week or next lesson, we're going to do the le family, and the week after that, we're going to do the he family, okay? So, and then we're going to do the me family, and then after the me, we're going to do the re family, okay? After we do 5 families, there's going to be a very hard and challenging
challenge
exam. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention and make sure you're taking notes and make sure you're practicing, okay? If you have any obstacles, or if you face any obstacles or challenges along the way, just shoot me an email. I should be able to help you, or post on the discussion post board, okay? So he, or the he family, would be equivalent to the letter H in English, okay? So if you wanted to write any word that has the letter H in it, you would use the he family, okay? For instance, if you wanted to write hen, or hypertension, or high blood pressure, or headache.
I have a headache, I have high blood pressure, I have high cholesterol. Because of you, I ask you, can you wash the dish? You say later on. Why later? When is later? Time is now!
Or anything that has H in it, you would use a character from the he family, okay? So the he family, like other families we're going to see, has 7 orders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each of them is going to sound different, okay? They're all H, but they're going to sound different. They're each going to have different vowels, okay? It's not like English where you have the consonant and you add a vowel to it, okay, to make a sound. In Tigrinya, the vowel and the consonant, they're both together, okay? So for instance, if you wanted to write hen, or if you wanted to write he, for instance, he, like he is, so he is going somewhere, right? You will write H-E. But in Tigrinya, hu-he, you would just use this character. So if I write this character, it just reads he, okay? I personally think it makes life easier. It makes reading and writing easier this way. You just have to memorize 245 characters and you should be good.
What?
All right, so let's go over the vowels one more time. So he, hu, he, ha, he, ho, okay? This he, I don't want you to confuse them because they're all E, but they all sound different, okay? So the first order E, he. The E here, it's gonna be the same E in the word bed. Okay? It's okay? The E here, he, it's the same E in the word, let's say cheese. Okay, cheese. He, okay? The word cheese. So the E in cheese is the E here, okay? And the E here, hey, like hello. Hello. So that's the E. Hey, okay? Yeah, they're all E, but they all sound different, okay? And we're gonna write them like this for just the transliteration form. So if you see an E like this, it's gonna be the first order. Third, if it has an I, that's third order. And then regular E, it's gonna be the fifth order, okay? Don't confuse these two, okay? These three. All right. Okay, now we're gonna go over them one by one, okay? We're gonna look at each character individually. This is the first character from the he family, the first order, all right? It has no additional characteristics to it. This is like your basic form, okay? We're gonna add stuff to it and it's gonna start sounding different, okay? So the first order letters, like we just mentioned a while back, they end with a sound, okay? So this is he, he, he. He for like hen, okay? So if you wanted to literally translate hen, this would be he. So this would be he. He, this would be n. We haven't gone over this, but hen, okay? Pretty easy so far, right? I think so. Oh, just like that, hen. I like to remember a hen, okay? So this has kind of like a U shape. So hen. He, so he. Another word is that start with he is for instance helicopter. Like I mentioned earlier, he is the first order letter, okay? And this is just showing you he in comparison to other first order letters. We haven't gone over these yet, so don't worry about them. We're only going to focus on he, hu, hi, ho, okay? The he family. This is the second letter of the he family, okay? It's hu. It ends with a U. Hu. 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 Letters in the second order always end with the vowel U, okay? They end with the vowel U. The way I like to remember it is, and they most of the time mostly have this little hand sticking out from the right, okay? And the way I like to remember it is like, I like to think there's a hand here, like and I like to think of this as like a hand sticking out. And I like to imagine that the hand is saying like you. Yeah, just like that, like a hand like that. And I like to imagine that hand is pointing at somebody and it's like you. Yeah, just like that. You, okay? So that would help you remember. If you see that little hand sticking from the side, it's second order, and second order letters end with the vowel U, okay? That helps me remember. If it doesn't help you remember, find other ways that's gonna help you remember that the second order letters end with U, okay? And that they have this little, most of the time have that little hand sticking. Of course, there are some exceptions, but most of the time they have that little hand sticking. Okay. These are the second order letters from the different families, okay? We're obviously focused on just the he family today, but I'd like you to notice, look at their similarities. Because they're second order, they end with the vowel U, right? And look how they all have that little hand sticking out from the side, okay? Yep, look, that hand is there. So that's just that helps me remember second order. Hopefully it helps you too. All right, now we'll move to the third order letter, he. So he, hu, he. The way I like to remember he is, so if you notice, there's a leg and a foot added to the main character. So the main character is he, right? So just he like that. But in this case, let me change the color. There's a leg added to it, all right? And a foot, all right? That's he, okay? And the way I like to remember is I like to imagine there's a foot. Oh, right there. There's a leg and a foot, okay? He. So if you wanted to write the letter he, like he is, like he's right there, you know, he. You would do he. So this literally translates to the English word he. Oh, he. Easy, right? I think so. This is a list of the third order letters. Of course, we're only doing the he family, so don't let this confuse you. I just put this in there so you can see the comparison, okay? So you can compare the third order letters. If you notice, they all have that foot under them, okay? That leg and the foot. See? They all have that foot. Yep, just like that. Okay, now we're moving on to ha. Okay, ha. Let me change the color to red. I like red better. I guess we're okay. Ha is the fourth order, okay? Every fourth order letter ends with a, okay? So ha. In this case it's ha. It's H, ha, A. So ha. You have your basic first, the basic character, and ha has a leg. It just has a leg. It doesn't have a foot. If it has a foot, it would be third order, he, right? But this is not he, it's ha. Ha just has a leg down, okay? No foot, just a leg. And some words that you can think of with ha is, let me see. Ha 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 ha, like laughing. Ha 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 ha. So if you wanted to write ha 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 ha, you would just do ha ha ha. Okay?
Okay.
Easy, right? Yeah, I think so. Pretty easy. This is the fourth order letters. They don't have like they're not very similar to one another. You can see that some of them have a similarity, like this one and this one, they're missing legs, but ha just has a leg, you know. So they don't have like a common character like the lu or the he. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, now hey. Okay, hey. So hu, hi, ha, hey. One way I like to think of the hey, the fifth order, they usually have a circle on the bottom, okay? So what I like to think is like a football, okay? There's a football on the bottom. I like to think of that. It helps me remember the fifth order. And one reason the football helps me remember that it's fifth order, so it ends with hey, a, is that the shape on the football, it has 5 sides, okay? Oh, there it is. So it has 5 sides, so it's fifth order.
Nice.
That's how I remember it. If it helps you, good. If it doesn't, just ignore it and find other ways to help you remember fifth order characters, okay? Hey, like for hello, or Helen Meles, or Helen, yeah, Helen Meles. She's a very, very famous Eritrean singer. If you guys haven't heard her songs, they're amazing, especially the older ones. So go ahead and listen to her, okay? You're gonna love her. Or if you're thinking in the football team, you can think of, what's his name? Harry Kane? Yep. Harry Kane, or is it Harry Maguire? Yeah. So that can hopefully help you connect the dots. All right, so these are the Hey families, the fifth order letters. As you could see, they all have that little circle on the bottom right side. So if you see that, it usually means that it's the fifth order. It ends in that A sound, okay? So Hey, Le, Hey, Me, Re. Oh, there it is, the football. Sixth order letter, H. Okay, so the sixth order letters are special, okay? They're very special. And the reason is because they don't have a vowel attached to them, okay? So they would just be just a constant, okay? So in this case, this would be just H or H, the sixth order characters. This is H for H. So this is L. Again, they don't have vowels, okay? They're just the constant letter, okay? So this is H, and they all look different. Maybe there's a little similarity where there's a little staircase situation here and here, but no, you just have to memorize them, okay? There's no like commonality or similarity between them. Last but not least, the seventh order. I usually love the seventh order letters just because like they end with my favorite vowel, O. So this would be H-O, ho, okay? Ho, 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 okay? So ho looks like your regular, it looks like the first character, but you add a little circle on top, okay? Alright, now we're gonna look at some words that have the He family in them, okay? Letters from the He family. This is our first word, a fly, okay? The way you say fly in Tigrinya is ha mema. Ha mema. Ha mema. So ha, I'll give you a second to guess which order letter is it in the He family. Fourth order. So he, hu, he, ha is the fourth. You have he, hu, he, ha. Okay? Easy. Another word, hitsan. Hitsan, which means baby, a baby. He. It's the he, hu, he, ha, he, he. It's the sixth order, the ones with no vowel, okay? Hitsan. Hitsan. Ooh, monkey. Hibe. Hibe. Hi. We said his what? The sixth order, okay? Hibe. Another word is medicine. Medhanit. 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 Okay, ha. He, hu, he, ha. That's the fourth order, ha. Ooh, another word is halhalta. Halhalta, which means like flame, okay? It's not fire. It doesn't mean fire. Fire would be hawi. Hawi. But this is halhalta. Halhalta is like something that's burning, okay? Like flame. Halhal ilu, meaning like, oh, it's burning, okay? So don't confuse it. If you see fire, if you see fire, it's hawi, okay? Yay! Congrats, you guys. We finished our first family. I am so proud of you, okay? We got a long way to go, but we finished the first family, and it's only gonna keep getting easier from now, but you just have to practice, okay? Go to your lesson course and do the activities. The activities are there to help you memorize the characters, okay? Help you remember them better. So the more you do them, the better you're gonna get at them, okay? There's also a worksheet. Print it out and keep writing it, okay? Because in order to write it properly, you would need to practice it. So print out the paper and practice writing it, okay? But yeah, thank you for coming to our first class. That's it. Have a good one. See you next lesson, okay? Bye.
Bye! Bye!
يلا مع السلامة. يا بنت قدام المدرسة